channel this morning, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well out there in YouTube land, all my friends out there. Guys, I'm headed out myself to do a rain catchment install for a customer. Very excited about it. I think it should be a really good project today. I think out of everything that people call me out to do, solar and rain catchments and pumping systems, I really enjoy doing those two projects most of all. Apologize about the lighting. It is really bright out here on the ride today. The thing I want to talk about today is a damaged conscience. Okay, a lot of people's conscience is damaged. Now, I want to make a comment. I noticed the other day I posted that video about a message to those among the nations waking up, and video just blew up. And a lot of positivity, lots of negativity, and obviously way more positivity than negative. But I read the comments of people. I do read y'all's comments, guys. I'm just a very busy person. I mean, I work so much that I quit one of my part-time gigs just so I could keep up with my two other jobs I work for myself and helping my friend Randy do incredible tiny homes, build tiny houses. I mean, like, I just ain't got time for him to hardly breathe anymore. It's so busy. If you want to go off grid, you can check me out, offgridcontracting.com. But I mean, just wide open. And so that's why that I don't get to hit the comments. But I see there's this little heart thing that you can hit the heart button now or something. So I'm going to start going down through there to make sure and try to do that so that people know that I've read your comments. But anyway, I was grateful that video was edifying and helping the people. You know, I'm just a man. That's it. Just another person out here grinding it out in the world and in faith. And there is a lot of people that are damaged people in this world. And I read, and I'm going to make a video about it, is because so many of you all email me. I mean, you email me and ask me this, not just comment. Is you ask and you say, can the Gentiles be saved? Can the Gentiles be saved? Absolutely, they can be saved. Now, I'm going to tell you, folks, I've read in the scripture, I think it's Isaiah 14, that like when Israel's regathered, it talks about people being taken and being servants of Israel. It talks about there's going to be nations punished for the wickedness that's done. I mean, there is a day of reckoning coming for those that I would call the heathen. I mean, there's a lot of things coming for a lot of people. But with that said, there's also, if you read, I think it's Isaiah 56. I believe it's Isaiah 56. And like I said, I'm going to make an in-depth video about this. But Isaiah 56 talks about, you know, don't let the son of the stranger say that, I believe it is that Yahweh has utterly separated me from his people. You know, it talks about the eunuch and the stranger, I believe it is, having a name better than sons and daughters, those that serve Yah. I mean, folks, it is a slam dunk. I mean, Kepha, you know, Peter went to, what was it, the man, and trying to think in Acts, you know, and that was a Gentile family. And this is the thing, is people will say that the lost tribes of Israel, that those people became Gentiles. Well, there's a problem when you say those of the nations, the stranger, the foreigner. At some point, there's got to be a dividing line. Everyone can't be lost Israel, okay? These people are foreigners. They're strangers. Read the scripts, okay? People say, the white man shouldn't have the book. Okay, well, then instruct me. But if you're going to instruct me in righteousness and tell me what that says right there, because it says foreigner. It doesn't say lost Israelite, all right? So I'm just saying, folks, there's a lot to be gained from studying for yourself, and I'm going to make a video covering the nations being saved. But yes, absolutely, because if they couldn't, I wouldn't waste my time in the morning trying to prepare for what's to come. I wouldn't waste my time trying to wake up the people. Man, I wouldn't even have wasted my time probably telling the Hebrew Israelite who they were if they were just going to turn around and I'd be like, no, I'm going to be treated like crap. I mean, if I want to be treated like crap, I'd just go support the false Jews today that's over in Israel, all right? And I'll just leave that at that. Guys, video's coming. But let's talk about a damaged conscience. The reason a lot of people respond the way they do to other people, the reason other people treat you the way they do, is because their conscience has been damaged. They have seen too much. They have been through too much. And they cannot cognitively think and operate within the bounds of treating other human beings the way they need to. It's sad. You see it. You see it right now, like with the news media. One of the biggest things coming out is all the sexual pedophilia, the abuse to little people, little children. I was sitting at the ball game last night. Beautiful little girl in front of me. Mom and Dad being good to her, and they were just having a great time. And I was sitting there with Abby, and we were just having a great time too. And I was like, I've already been a father, and I love my son dearly. He is my legacy. And that's like, I have another child. I get married again, I have another child. It's like, I worry so much. I worry so much about taking my eyes off of them for 2 seconds because of the sick world we live in. Because what you got to understand is the things that were hidden and done wickedly in secret are now being done open, like out on the front lawn. And people on top of that, you have people that have their conscience damaged. They can't make a good cognitive decision anymore, do the right thing by other people, hardly, is because all they've known is wickedness, mistreatment. And you take, for example, like in that video the other day I made, there's another example from it. You cannot expect people that have been oppressed and sifted through by the nations and spread across the world and mistreated and disrespected and all the curses of Deuteronomy 28, and then expect a lot of these people that are so-called Hebrew Israelites, or that are the Hebrew Israelites, so-called black men, to wake up and just be like, oh, well, that's great, and I love everyone. No, these people have been mistreated. Of course they're going to be angry. I would be absolutely livid, but at some point, I would kick myself and be like, you know what, bro? My ancestors had the cream of the crop. They had the covenant with the Most High Yah, and they just blatantly disrespected him. So you know what? This was coming up on me and my people, and that's the thing where I would come to a realization at some point. But it's just like, take me for example. It's like, man, I made some bad calls in my life. I decided to work some crappy jobs. I had to end up quitting them because it sucked, and I had some bad friends in my life. I had to cut them loose because it sucked. And you can make a person that's a whole healthy person can make conscious decisions looking back, being like, you know what, I done bad here, I done bad here, I need to make it right. And that's how you're healthy. But when you get to the point where you see people that they know things are wrong, I mean, they just know it's completely and utterly wrong, and they don't care, that's when they have a damaged conscience. Because if you look at their past, all the things they went through, see, this is where I draw a line, and I'm not talking in theology for a minute, I'm just talking human beings in general. This is where I draw a line. If I've watched a person for a long time, and I watch their decisions again and again and again, and that is consistently what they do, that's not a moment in time they're going through, that's not a hiccup they're having in their life, that is their character. Okay, now difference is a person that's just having a moment in life, and you've never seen them act like that, you've never seen them respond like that, and the situation caused them to go through a lot of traumatic things, and they made some bad calls. That, my friends, is a healthy person just having a moment. But when you see somebody that's constantly doing wickedness, constantly making bad calls, and then you've seen their past too, and it was all jacked up, that's the people I would put in that category of a damaged conscience. People like that, I just separate my company from anymore, because I ain't gonna allow somebody to treat me like crap, especially when they themselves have engaged in the same situations, like again and again and again, and you slip up one time in your life, bro, you cut them people loose. You don't need that. And there's a lot of people damaged walking around out here today, folks. I'm telling you, it is like a cancer. Is if you don't stay away from damaged people, you will become damaged. I don't mean to be judgmental. I really don't, and I don't want to offend people, but I'm going to with what I'm about to say. I'm out in town anymore. I look at a lot of young women, okay? because, you know, it's very obvious to me at this point. And it wasn't as early as just a couple years ago. Excuse me, guys, my allergies, something just got me all tore up this morning. I see women and they've got like nose rings and a ton of tattoos and a ton of piercings and all this stuff. And you talk with them, you know, and you engage with them and you have conversation and you find out about all the stuff they went through in their past, and the stories are almost always the same. And you just look at them and you're like, damaged. And I'm not judging anybody. I'm not judging anybody. Like, I want to see everyone saved in the kingdom. What I'm saying is you can tell, though, if you look carefully at things, people that are damaged, and then you look a little further and you watch people's actions, you can see the damaged conscience in people. And I hope what I've said in this video makes sense today. I hope I haven't just rambled on. I feel like I haven't really, unlike most of the videos I do, I made a clear point on what I'm saying today, but I'm telling you, as we live in the last generation, I encourage you to not be around damaged people. Help people, uplift people, but don't make them a constant thing where that you have to be a crutch to pick them up, because I'm telling you, it is like a disease, and you become damaged like them. I'm telling you, one thing I've learned, a rule that I've applied, is that I have constantly, if I find something toxic in my life anymore, I find something not uplifting me, I find something not upbuilding me personally, I remove myself from it, because I don't want anything hindering me or holding me back, whether it's from serving y'all, whether it's from serving myself, or whether it's serving the best interest of the future that could be for me one day, okay? And whoever else is in it. And guys, these people, the last thing I'll say about it is these people with their damaged conscience out there, because that they've seen so many things, been through so many things, there hits this point where a lot of people just throw in the towel and they say, you know what, I don't care anymore. And I don't want to ever become that way. I try to repent every single day in the morning, midday, and at night, and thank the Most High for another day alive, and hopefully get it straight, because, you know, I know He's long-suffering with people, and I'm so grateful He is, because I'm telling you, you're talking to a man right now that's still got a lot of correction to do in his life. That's why I try to be patient, merciful with other people. But when people tell you that they don't care, that makes them uncomfortable, they don't like the truth, blah, 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 damaged conscience. Separate your company from it. You don't need that, okay? Because if you're striving to do the right thing, all them people's going to do is just gnaw at your soul until you end up breaking the pans or do something wrong. So guys, to see again here at 7 Trumpets Prepper channel. I'm going to go bolt me down a customer today and make another person very happy. And I'm excited too, because I've worked for these folks before too, and they were very happy with their last install on the solar stuff. So guys, till we see you again, I hope you have a most blessed day in Yahushua.